Matthew Cross.
Thank you, Mark Cookson. They're about to turn in over in the back straight for the 2021 IRT New Zealand Trotting Cup. Extending a massive thank you to the team at IRT on behalf of the Addington Raceway for their ongoing support and once again their generous sponsorship of this year's great race. And this will be a cup that we'll remember forever, with the restrictions making it airy here at the Addington Raceway. Wherever you might be around Australasia, joining us here at Addington, we wish you good luck as the field are now turning in. South Coast Arden's on tow. So is Dance Time. Henry Hubert backs away. We're set. Racing in the IRT New Zealand Trotting Cup, and Henry Hubert and Cranbourne both bombed the start. Vintage Cheddar was away awkwardly as well, so Henry Hubert and Cranbourne are both out the back early. Fast away, Classy Brigade finds an early lead. Here's Copy That. He's 4 and 5 wide early, and he's on the move around the field. Still the Show found the back of the leader. Kango began nicely, and Laver picked the start beautifully. He's up into 5th early, so he's going to get up outside of the leader. Bad to the Bone is 3 wide. Robbins Playboy the centre. Next along the pylons is Matt Damon, tracked through by Terry and Self Assured. He'll settle midfield with cover around Vintage Cheddar, with the length away then to South Coast Arden. 2 lengths away Dance Time. Henry Hubert back last the inside, and there's 8 or a dozen lengths away to Cranbourne. It's Copy That the leader. Copy That by a length and a half on Laver, and Classy Brigade in the trail. Bad to the Bone 3 wide, doing it tough. He improves around the outside of Kango, and 3 back the inside, Steal the Show. Matt Damon tracks him with Robbins Playboy the running line, and following him at every step is Self Assured. Next to him on the inside is Terry. Then came Vintage Cheddar. A length and a half away to South Coast Arden, followed through by Henry Hubert. 2 lengths away to Dance Time, and Cranbourne, after botching the start, he's back last. So it's the North Islander. Copy That. He found the lead as they work into the back of the track. Copy That by a length and a half on Classy Brigade, with the Sweet Seat second, and shading him on the outside is Bad to the Bone. 3 back along the pylons is Steal the Show, and Laver. He has the 1-1. The speed's moderate. Next along the inside is Matt Damon. A neck away to Kango. 5 back along the inside is Terry, underneath of Robbins Playboy, then Vintage Cheddar. Self Assured's about 12 off the leader. Back along the inside of him is Henry Hubert, with a half off to South Coast Arden, and the last 2, Cranbourne and Dance Time. Getting down toward the halfway mark of the IRT New Zealand Trotting Cup, and it is a gorgeous lead for Copy That. Uncontested, a length and a half in front as they wheel around to the 1,500 metres. The first half run in 2:04.4. Classy Brigade trails second, and Bad to the Bone facing the breeze. 3 back the inside is Steal the Show. Laver peeled off the back of Bad to the Bone. Self Assured went a little roughly as he tried to ease onto his back. All okay there though, as Laver is soon to find the chair. Self Assured's now 3 wide. What will O'Reilly do? Will he post him out there as they head out of the straight? Tracking Self Assured up is South Coast Art, and the speed's on. Then Steal the Show from Matt Damon and Kango. Robbins Playboy, Terry. Dance Time went for a gallop ahead of him. Henry Hubert, Vintage Cheddar, and Kango. 31.6 was the first quarter. Copy That by a length on Self Assured, who did find the chair, but he did a bit of work to get it. 3 wide South Coast Arden now improves to get up outside of the leader. Awaiting on the Captain Crunch passing lane is Classy Brigade. 50 outside Laver from Steal the Show. 2 lengths away Matt Damon. Under a drive, Bad to the Bone from Terry. Kango comes 3 wide. Then Vintage Cheddar, Robbins Playboy. 2 lengths away to Henry Hubert, and then came Cranbourne. 5:50 to go. 28.3, 59.9 was the half. The cup field come off the back. It's Copy That by a neck on South Coast Arden. Classy Brigade driven up in the trail. Purdon motionless on Self Assured. Then came Laver from Steal the Show and Kango. 27-1 the back straight quarter. Orange now goes for Copy That as they turn for home. A length and a half on South Coast Arden. Self Assured needs to get busy as Copy That went for home at the 200. 2.5 clear of Self Assured and South Coast Arden. It's Copy That's cup though. Queue up, ladies. He's done it. Copy That won the New Zealand Cup by 2.5 on Self Assured. South Coast Arden runs third, and Steal the Show ran the race of his life. Next in Laver, then came Classy Brigade Terry, Vintage Cheddar Bad to the Bone Can Go, followed over by Robbins Playboy, Matt Damon Cranbourne, Henry Hubert, and Dance Time. Lincoln Farms will be going off. Ray Green and Blair Orange have done it. It's redemption time. Last year, they were left with a sour taste in their mouth post the Cup. This year, they've done it. Merv and Meg Butterworth own their second New Zealand Cup winner, the stallion by American Ideal. Out of Lively Nights, you could not have scripted that any better. 27.7, 154.7 for the last mile. His 23rd win. Number 10, Copy That. Self Assured, number 15, second. Third in 16, South Coast Arden. And fourth in number 1, Steal the Show. He's done it with Cruise Bromac, and now with Copy That. The IRT New Zealand Trotting Cup is all over. It's the North Islanders, their first win since changeover. Copy That. Mark Cookson, Craig Thompson. Craig, a fantastic run from Copy That, summed up beautifully by Blair Orange. He's been able to control the race in a deserved New Zealand Cup. He gets redemption today. Copy That has won the IRT New Zealand Trotting Cup, runner number 10. The 4-year-old stallion by American Ideal at Lively Nights. Raced by Merv and Blair Butterworth, Blair Orange wins another cup. This one from Ray Green out of Bukit. Second in 15, Self Assured.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a really special win. Congratulations, Blair. You've just won your second New Zealand Cup. What's going through your head?
Yeah, you know, these are races we all target and all love to win as horse people, and you know, it's just such a shame the owners and Ray and his team can't be here, but I'm sure they're enjoying it somewhere.
Of course, it all went wrong last year, so how satisfying is it to put that behind you a year on, because the start was perfect today?
Yeah, the start was really good today. He actually got it pretty good, and I just had a wee nervous moment when I looked across and thought that Self Assured was going to land in front of me, but lucky I you know, really asked him to run early to make sure I kept in front of him, and you know, we got a nice time in front, and yeah, the rest is history.
As you say, unfortunately there's not the usual thousands here to greet you, Blair, but very special parade. He'll be looking on with the whole team at Lincoln Farms. What's your message to the team?
Yeah, just thanks very much, and you know, Ray's a champion guy, and you know, he's been pretty good to me with a few drives here and there, and I'm sure they're really enjoying it.
You're our country's premier driver. You win races all over the country every week. What does it mean to win the big one? Oh, in fact, we might just leave Blair there. As he's already said, it's a very special, well done, Blair, and that is Copy That. He's just getting a little ticked up after his big win, but a very special win, and a huge hello to Lincoln Farms, obviously back home, taking it all in. There's Blair Orange, everyone, winning New Zealand Cup for the second time today.
Congratulations to Merv and Meg Butterworth. They get another New Zealand Cup. This horse, originally, we saw Debbie Green, of course. Debbie found this horse, bought the horse at the Weanling sales for $7,000, and I know that Ray gives Debbie the credit, obviously, for purchasing and getting the eye on Copy That, and of course keeping the horse in his training care, of course, at Lincoln Farms usually. They have the younger horses, they train them, they get some success, of course, as a young horse, and then they head off across the Tasman to Australia. But the Greens, Ray Green and the Lincoln Farms team, they've kept Copy That, and it's certainly paid dividends, and now comes to the big dance and wins the IRT New Zealand Cup. A horse that, to quote Ray, is a bit of a pain in the arse, has paid off and won a New Zealand Cup. $4.40 and $1.70, started second favourite, was certainly backed in and has delivered. Self-Assured into second, paid $1.20, and South Coast Arden did get a good beginning in the end, paid $1.90 as run third, as we get the salute for the second time in the Cup from Blair Nathan Orange. 10 and 15 Quinella, $4.40, 10, 15 and 16 the trifecta, $34.60. First four, 10, 15, 16 and one steal the show, $489.90. 358.8 the time for this year's running of the Cup, over 3,200 metres. Leaving in pick 6, 68 live units chasing the pool into the last race on the program. Redemption comes in many forms. Today, it's come in the form of Copy That, Craig Thompson. Great success for the North Island. They've been bereft of a New Zealand Cup winner for quite some time since changeover, but they get the well-deserved win here with Copy That. Yeah, you can certainly hear that this was a victory that we would want it in our hearts, I suppose, because of the heartbreak of last year and the start of the New Zealand Cup. I know that Ray would be devastated. He couldn't be here with this horse, usually in the tie-ups. He knows he's at the races, Copy That. He's usually getting worked up and ready to go. He knows he's at the races, and he certainly knew he was there today. All honours to the winner of the IRT New Zealand Cup in Copy That. We're getting set at Menangle for our next race for coverage. Eurobeat is the race favourite. We've got one to go at Addington Raceway on Cup Day, and our last is due at 6:25.
Side by side, the incredible people connected to the sport, especially through these times. Cup Day is widely considered one of the world's greatest harness racing events, and it holds special significance to those who keep the sport going on a daily basis. So to the trainers, drivers and stable hands who work tirelessly throughout the year to get the results, and to the many passionate owners and breeders, and especially to the connections and enthusiasts, and of course, Merv and Meg Butterworth, who cannot be on course today. This day belongs to all of you. So before we turn our attention back to the new champions of today, I would like to thank Addington Raceway. Thank you to their CEO, Brian Thompson, and your incredibly hardworking and talented team. You have managed to pull off a fantastic event despite the immeasurable hurdles thrown your way this year. Thank you also to the New Zealand Metropolitan Club's Chair, John Hartnell, and to the rest of the fantastic board members. And to Harness Racing's CEO, Gary Woodham, and their Chair, John Coleman, we thank you also. But let us now bring our attention back to the people whose moment this belongs to. This is your moment. You have achieved what all followers of the sport aspire to do, and that is to win the IRT New Zealand Trotting Cup.
Of course, Meg and Merv Butterworth unable to be with us from Melbourne, but a man who is, he represented the Self-Assured camp last year. Of course, Gene Feast running second is Trevor Casey. Trevor, I'm sure you got some pretty kind words to say about this wonderful horse. Copy that.
Thanks, Greg. It gives me great pleasure to represent Meg and Merv winning the New Zealand Cup. I was on the phone to him straight after the Cup, and he was ringing Ray to congratulate him. Ray and Lincoln Farms do a fantastic job with all their horses, so it's good to see them get some rewards. IRT, fantastic sponsors and hosts for the day. Couldn't have wished for any more, so definitely thank Richard and David. They've put on a fantastic day, even though they aren't here. Addington, fantastic under the circumstances. I think everybody's enjoyed themselves. Merv, he's just ecstatic. He's just over the moon. He puts so much into trotting. The money that he spends buying horses, I think he must have bought a horse off everybody in New Zealand. He astounds me. Every week I'm talking to him and he's bought another horse. But copy that, he had the plans for him. He sent him over to Brisbane and raced him there, and intentions to come back and line up in the Cup. And I know a few commentators said it was an unorthodox way of going to the Cup. But I must say, Merv knows what he's doing, and he certainly proved it today. So he'll be celebrating at home with Meg, watching everything on TV, and I'm sure he'll be having several reds. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Trevor. And to trainer Ray Green, selected by his wife for, get this, $7,000 as a weanling. He's now amassed with another $330,000. That takes his total to $950,000. You don't have to buy a deer horse to win the IRT New Zealand Cup. That concludes the presentation for this year's 2021 IRT New Zealand Cup. Congratulations to the connections with Copy That, Merv and Merv Butterworth, of course Ray Green, and his second win in the great race for Blair Orange.